Welcome to Source Not Found, a show about the worst versions of your favorite things. Every other week, we take an IP, franchise, or fandom and examine it solely through its sequels, spin-offs, and side projects, basically anything but the source material. My name is Bo Woodall, and I am the required hovercraft to show up in every movie in the early aughts.
And I'm Brandon June. And Mr. Woodall, come see me, son. I prepared a number of dope podcast comments, which I think you're going to be down with.
So close to doing the Daryl Hannah. I'm glad I chose otherwise.
He was a moment in this movie I legitimately enjoyed.
Yeah. I had a lot of moments in this movie I genuinely enjoyed. I put on my nostalgic glasses for this one. Guys, it is James Bond season. Spy season, however you want to call it. But we are covering spies for the next couple of months, specifically James Bond and the tropes therein. As such, we thought we'd start off with a classic.
No, stop.
The
Pause.
March 14th.
We didn't do shit. We don't put this on me. I begrudgingly accepted this topic choice from you. Take it again in the singular.
The classic March 14, 2003 film starring Freddie Muniz and Hilary Duff and Keith David, who was just really loving every scene he was in, Agent Cody Banks. And so, Brandon, I have to apologize. Not because of this movie.
You can do that too, though.
I had never seen this movie.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah.
So what is all this about nostalgia glass? Well, okay, this movie is 2003 as hell.
This is the most Bo high school coded movie that could have been. But
yeah, honestly, until now, I thought it was She's the Man. And I thought, oh, that's a time capsule. This one, even more so.
I mean, when you have Nellie's hot in here with a pin drop, 3 or 4 times? Basically, anytime Angie Harmon jumps on screen, they're like, hey, just put 5 seconds of Nellie's hot in here.
Yeah.
But no, I guess I'd only seen the sequel. So
oh, man.
Yeah. Where
he's in London?
Yeah. And that movie.
And there's no Hilary Duff.
Which makes it almost unwatchable.
Yeah. That's the deal breaker, huh? But you trade her
for Anthony Anderson.
So that is potentially fun. I haven't seen it. I will not. I'm not planning on doing that.
Don't. But
I wasn't gonna watch this ever. I didn't need to in my life.
I don't know, man.
I needed to experience.
Okay, before we get into it, let's do numbers. The numbers are
give me something.
The numbers are surprisingly good. They're early aughts as shit, but they're surprisingly good. This movie released March 14, 2003, as I said. A budget, $28 million, which we saw all of that money on screen.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. I couldn't even keep that together.
You start with such an exciting skateboard car chase, and from there, it's just effects on effects.
It's from there moving forward, you've got jet-powered snowboards and weird helicopter things. Opening weekend, it did 14 million. North America, it did 50, and worldwide it did 58. So it almost doubled its budget. So no wonder they did a sequel the next year, right? Like,
no, it was the very next year.
Yeah, it released in 2004.
They can't take very long to knock these things out.
Well, not to mention the fact that, like, people age, and you can't have, a 30-year-old Muniz being like, hey, I'm 18.
We should. No, because I have some points to bring up with this fucking movie, and he should be 35 for some of the content.
Hey, guess what? His fucking stunt double was.
No, I could tell.
His stunt double was a full 8 inches taller than him.
Some of the shit they do with high school or younger students in this movie is very problematic. So, yeah, just age them up, please.
The top 5 of that opening weekend. Number 1 was Bringing Down the House, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a Steve Martin and Queen Latifah joint. and that was its second weekend out.
See, I was gonna guess that's a Tim Allen something, but no, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, you do. Cody Banks was number 2. The Hunted was number 3. Tears of the Sun, which I think is a Bruce Willis like military movie, was number 4, and the cinematic version of the Broadway play Chicago was number 5, and that was its 11th week on the charts.
All right, so I'm just not going to the movies this week or a month.
Yeah,
I guess I would see Chicago if I needed to see something, but that's not one
I probably would have seen Chicago or Agent Cody Banks.
I'm surprised you didn't.
I am too, honestly. I told Kaylin as we were watching this, I was like, how the fuck did I not see this? Like, I thought that's why you recommended it. I was 15, 16 when this movie came out. Like, this shit is right in my wheelhouse. It's an awkward fucking dude who just wants to do cool stuff.
I would not have wanted to watch this film at 15 or 13 or any age ending in a teen. However, if I had been, I want to say, as I was watching it, I was mostly thinking, like, what am I doing here? But when I wasn't thinking that, I was thinking, yeah, this is good for like 6 and 7 year olds, or like, I remember being an age, and it was probably the age of like watching like Disney Channel original movies, which this would be, it's slightly over budget for that or whatever. It's a little too,
but it does feel like that
high level.
Yeah.
But in its tone and in its execution, yes, it does. And like the age where I would have enjoyed one of those, like this would have been my shit, honestly. Like, yeah, kid's secret agent, like things that I dream about or like write my own stories about or design my own video games around, Yeah.
My prefrontal cortex just developed a lot slower than yours, I guess.
This is untrue. You were reading Clive Cussler in the 2nd grade or some shit. Like, I know you were more precocious than I was. I was fucking watching Rocko's Modern Life or some shit and like playing a video game. Like, you were smart. So what is your excuse?
My excuse was any movie that I could find where it had kids my age who were fucking rad, doing rad shit, I wanted to see. Because I also wanted to be rad.
He's pretty rad.
So, like,
is he as rad as a Soul Skater? Speaking of Disney Channel original
I was going to say Brink.
Do you think that...
God, Brink is so good.
Is he a Soul Skater? I think he's kind of a Soul Skater, isn't he?
No, he's not a rollerblader. Those are Soul Skaters.
Yeah,
if he had rollerblades in this movie, it would have been game, set, match for me. I would have seen it no matter what.
Wait, do you need to be on inline skates to be a Soul Skater? I thought it was more of a philosophy.
No. In Brink,
I know they don't hang out with the...
I was gonna say, like, in Brink, like, it's no. Soul Skaters are inline skaters only.
I haven't seen it since I was a child.
What
do they do to the skateboarders? Is there I felt like there was a rivalry, but wasn't it with BMXers? But maybe I've forgotten this. No,
they had
that doesn't make sense.
There was like one half scene where there's a little bit of a rivalry with a skateboarder. Beside the point, I think Freddie Muniz.
No, that's the point. I want to talk about that.
I want to talk about the fact that you think this could be a Disney Channel original movie when they actually let children murder grown adult men.
Oh, the movie where the premise is, hey, get a load of this, kids. The CIA is training child soldiers all over the country, taking them from their parents and secretly training them to murder.
And yet the most ice cold moment in this movie, yes, pun intended, is when Hilary Duff, who is not a spy, straight up murders Ian McShane. Like, straight up cold blood murders Ian McShane. And she's not a spy. She's just a student who can't drive shit.
Honestly, the CIA, well, just added to the numbers, right? What are they responsible for this week? Putting her out on the road, more murders, like...
Yeah, no, it's a bad scene.
Bumping up the numbers a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that fun premise, this is the thing. This came up when we talked about Reacher, right? It's like, I can enjoy fiction, and I do, and I like secret agent fiction, but at this point in my life, I know what these people do, and I know what these agencies are responsible for.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Historically and currently all across the world.
And it's not great.
And it's evil shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's hard to root for that. Even if like the structure and like the narrative, the particular narrative around the secret agent in this movie is,
right,
you know, portraying them as
a hero.
As the hero, as the good guy.
Speaking of, if I may, a quick floor level synopsis of this movie.
Yeah. Don't forget the segues.
God, they're everywhere.
That's fucking funny.
They're everywhere. Man, there are notes. I have notes that are just like, this is aughts as shit. This is aughts as shit. What is this doing here? Oh, I forgot. It's in the 2000s.
Yeah, a lot of like, I don't know, you expect like an inflatable purple translucent like armchair in like every bedroom with like an iMac.
The fact that we didn't see brightly colored iMac computers is mind-blowing to me. Anyway, so this...
Well, just to finish my quick point, the fact that they make the CIA look so fucking stupid is great. Enjoyable to me.
Yeah,
like
I
you
loved
just
it.
get to CIA headquarters and they're just all zipping around segways and they look like a bunch of fucking nerds, and I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
That was good. All right, sorry, please proceed.
Cody Banks is a 15-year-old high school student. He has been recruited 2 years prior in an early agent development program through the CIA. Come to find out, there is a scientist working on nanobot technology, and he has a daughter who is the only family member and social contact that he has outside of his research. The daughter is played by Hilary Duff, who I thought was a delight. Cody Banks is basically sent in to befriend and possibly woo Hilary Duff's character so he can get close to a party that she's throwing so they can see inside of old dude's lab. Chaos ensues. The villain is trying to basically use nanobots to effectively remove the control of the US's military capability and decision-making process by removing its missile control, centralized missile control units or some bullshit, by making the nanobots eat them. Did you get what? You're looking at me like I'm a crazy person.
No, I'm just remembering the movie.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I'm just listening patiently.
That is that is the correct look then.
Sorry, I know we're recording an audio show here. I should have commentary.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they do.
And so the CIA is trying to basically fix this entire problem. And I mean, honestly, you could put the plot line to this easily into like the Die Another Day Brosnan era Bond.
Yeah.
Like it would fit. Like it would work.
Not the bad guy though.
No, the bad man, Ian McShane. Dude, I love Ian McShane. And I
love him and his tan.
And his ink dyed black ass hair. Holy moly.
He looks like he should be using the nanomachines to, I don't know, like to fucking water down all the drinks at his Tampa area strip club franchise. You know?
I just assumed that he had a very like sketchy country club in Miami that he ran and operated. Yeah. That was a front for something else.
He looks like Carmine Jr. in The Sopranos. Like he.
Okay. Do you want to know the thing that bummed me out the most about this movie?
Yeah.
Fucking Arnold Vosloo, man.
Yeah, what?
Imhotep himself looked like such a goddamn cheeseball the entire movie. And I know, like, I get it, right? Like, he looks like a henchman / villain or whatever. But man alive.
He deserves better.
He really does.
He's looking fucking rough. Like, he's all fucked up. Like, he looks more fucked up than after he finished Tingling with Brendan Fraser the second time.
And no explanation. Like, why did he get like a Colombian necktie and it got it sewn up like he's Frankenstein's fucking monster? Where'd the fake eye come from?
He was expecting that, like, oh, and also the nanomachines brought him back to life from the dead or something.
Man, I have so many questions that I don't want answered.
I want them because I just wanted to be interested in something. I would have happily had that answered. Or had him, I don't know. Why is he around? I guess so he can go gamble they're playing fucking craps at a children's birthday party.
Dude, wild. That is some wild shit. I tried to think back to the most affluent friends that I had in high school, because I wasn't a rich boy. And so I tried to think back to these giant blowout parties, and nope, got nothing. One of my friends had a band at one of his parties, and we thought he was fucking Midas.
Yeah. Maybe this movie has good politics, actually, because I'm just now thinking, they make the CIA look like a mixture of evil and incompetent. Okay, cool. Then, you go to, a wealthy person's party, and it's just, a good metaphor for, oh, yeah, we have, just child gambling here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no moral core to this class.
That's what amazes me is every character that is tertiary or quaternary in this movie is an absolute fucking joke. They are a wart on society that needs to be removed. Every child that we see in this movie, other than Cody Banks and Hilary Duff, are my dad owns a bank and I'm going to bully the fuck out of you. And it's that you guys are just really, really leaning into the stereotype that may or may not have foundation to be leaned into. But it was wild. Absolutely wild.
Speaking of stereotypes.
Here we go.
I don't want to talk about it. But this movie, fucking Christ, man. Very regrettable choices, specifically around the driving test scene with the driving instructor character. What the fuck?
I had to look up to see if that was a direction choice, or if if his accent is that heavy. Did they straight up hire an actor hey, I need someone to be as stereotypical as possible in a negative connotation, and he was just I can do that. But apparently he was raised in Beijing, he does have a very, very thick accent. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2018, so RIP. But yikes bikes, dude.
Well, that's the thing. It's people have accents. I make my living teaching English as a foreign language.
Yes.
I'm familiar. There are a lot of choices in that few minutes of movie, though. And they're not good. And no. It also just, it's a little much. He's got vomit all over himself.
I would also like to point out something that really kind of upset me was the fact that it was a running joke to make fun of Cody Banks by asking if he was in special ed.
Yeah, that was the other one that I made a note of. This movie doesn't age well.
I was are they using this as a running joke?
Yeah, they did a callback to it. Yeah, that's one of the quotes of the movie. They're trying to seed that into the youth of that to be a new thing that you can say to quote the film.
And that sucks.
Yeah, no. Well, hey, this movie kind of sucks. Here's the quote I did like. Creepy? We're the CIA. That's what we do.
It's very good.
I just keep getting back to that.
Keith David.
Yes, that's very true.
I laughed out loud at some of his shit.
Dude, when they're talking about their, again, fucking child soldier program, child agent program that the CIA is running, and they're proud of, and they're showing it off. And they pull up the file on Cody Banks, who they're going to use him for the mission. He's the best they've got. This child. Keith David says, smart, resourceful, and according to my reports, he's quite the lady killer. And like the look he gives the camera.
Yeah, dude, he is there for this role.
Dude.
I loved every second of it.
Okay. There's a lot of weird shit in this movie when you remember and you can't forget, the whole movie is based on the fact that these are young teenagers. What is her name? Cody's handler. Now I'm just blanking suddenly.
I think her name is Ronica.
Okay.
But the actress's name is Angie Harmon.
Yeah. When she comes in, and they make a point of framing her in the shot to accentuate the 15-year-old male gaze.
Right.
Let's say. She comes into the locker room and she strips a student naked.
Okay, I have a question. I do have a question about this, though. Have you ever met a child, a teenager, with the fucking social gall that those teenagers in that locker room had? Like, to straight up
sociopaths.
Like, look at a woman and be like, hey, I'd love for you to punish me. And it's like, okay, hang on. You're 15. If that. You don't know what that means. Like, you don't know what to do with a woman like that.
They've been recruited into the Kappa Delta Phi child recruitment program. Like, they're on a fast track to the local fraternity.
I just like...
At the state school in their area.
They are dogs chasing a parked car, and they've caught it. And they're just like... This is what I'm supposed to say, right? So you think that... What's the next step? What's the next step, bud? You don't have a next step.
They're all talk. But that talk, like, I kind of remember the middle school, high school locker room, and it was hell for me. I hated every second of being in there.
Marching band, I was never in a locker room.
What?
I was never in a locker room. I have never experienced... What did you do
after PE?
I didn't have PE. I was in marching band.
You didn't... What about before that? Before band?
I mean...
What the fuck? Wait, you can live this life?
I have never been in a communal shower or locker room setting in school.
The fuck? That's not fair. That's not fucking fair. That shit. I was like, not to derail, like that was the thing I would see in movies as a kid, and I would dread the day when that started for me. And then I got there, and it was as bad, if not worse.
I feared it with every fiber of my being. And every school I went
just to educate you,
you're able to get out of it if you did the right shit.
Okay. Well, no, it's that fucking bad, man.
That sucks, dude. That really sucks.
It's that bad. Yeah. No. Teenage boys, dude, we fucking suck.
I don't remember being that bad. Like I remember,
I mean, obviously I was perfect. Like
right. My sweet baby angel. my sweet baby.
I was just lost in a culture of depravity. Yeah. Anyway, the adult woman, the adult CIA agent, strips the towel off of a teenage boy.
And
leaves him naked for everyone to just leer and jeer and laugh at him. That's not great. The whole time, every scene we had with Cody and Angie Harmon, I kept thinking of Evangelion. Like, it's a kind of Shinji Misato kind of thing going on here. Like, it's it's weird.
It is weird. It is very, very weird.
It's weird.
The scene where he walks into the casino party and he turns on the X-ray vision on his glasses and he's just leering at the waitresses. Choices were made in this movie that I don't fully understand. Like, was that supposed to be funny?
Yeah. So tell me, Bo, between the problematic adult-minor relationships, the racism, and the ableism, what was your favorite part of the film?
The
Like, this shit was such a struggle.
I did like the fact that he didn't think through putting the nanobot cube in his shoes, and the shoe got eaten away, and he had to figure that out. I also, honestly, and I know that his stunt double was obviously a full head and a half taller than he is. But some of the fight moments that focused on Cody Banks were kind of fun. The two cast iron skillets, like I'll remember that. That was relatively neat.
Okay, you know what? To that point, I'm gonna come clean. So I've been playing the Ease games on stream. Twitch.tv/LeJuneBug. If you like Ease, come hang out. And there's a really expensive item, 60,000 gold. And I needed to grind for some gold. So I just did a little grinding as I was watching part of this film.
Fair enough.
I'm a mortal man with a finite lifespan. I can't just cast an hour and 42 minutes to the fucking wind in my 30s. I just can't be doing that. So to that point, I was doing that, and then that fight scene happened, and then I look over and I'm like, oh, I'm dead. It captured my attention long enough
to
pull me out of. There we go. That's something. It killed me in Ease. It was that engaging, at the very least.
This movie, okay, so this is gonna be a wild take. I don't even know how I feel about this take.
Hell yeah.
Is it surprising that this movie doesn't hold up well when none of the James Bond movies really hold up well when it comes to stereotypes and misogyny
these are
and
intentional smart choices?
It's just following the playbook. Like, I just, the fact that you said it could have been a Disney original movie is gonna stick with me, because there's just
tonally it feels that way.
Yeah, no, I get the tone, but
also Frankie Muniz was in one. He was like was he like a little derby car driver or something like that?
Yeah, now he's like a NASCAR driver or Formula One.
Yeah.
Old boy's doing like okay for himself.
Well, as long as he stays off Twitter.
Yeah, that.
Or doesn't hang out with Sheriff Joe Arpaio. Well, no danger of that these days, but
fair enough.
Dude has some regrettable political choices.
Yeah, he made some decisions that were poor at best.
Yeah. No, apparently, like, I even thought, like, is that a bit we're gonna do on the show? Is explore that side of Frankie Muniz today? Decided against it.
Yeah,
but
we can do that when we cover the movie Stay Alive.
It also just feels bad to do that sometimes. Like, we're going to talk about the movie thing and not, like, I don't know. I was looking at some of the ways he's presented himself to the world, and I feel like this is the result of, like, I don't want to ridicule this. Also, like, I think I read that, like, he's had conversations with Bryan Cranston, and, like, he doesn't remember a lot of his time on Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Because he's had so much head trauma. It's like, yeah, we're just going to let him do his thing over there.
Yeah.
There's some issues there, which that's sad, man.
Yeah. There's a lot of, like, he's talked a lot about, like, bettering himself recently, especially with, like, the resurgence of Malcolm in the Middle, and, you know, like, he's not doing as much racing and stuff like that. Like, he's talked a lot about that sort of thing. So all the best.
Yeah. Also, were you a fan of that show? Just since we're on the tangent.
I'd never really watched
that
it.
Much?
No, never really watched it.
Okay. I caught it here and there. I wasn't like a big fan, but I enjoyed it when it was on. I was at the perfect age for it, you know?
Yeah.
But
which is funny
also,
because I probably was too, or
through.
at least close to it.
Yeah. No, you're too busy watching shit like this.
Yeah. I was watching Luck of the Irish and Brink.
You're a Luck of the Irish guy. Okay, I'm more of a Halloween Town. And
dude, I will fuck with some Halloween Town.
Yeah. No, honestly, I do remember liking Brink. even though I brought it up, I don't remember watching that many. Like, I honestly remember sitting down and watching the Frankie Muniz one. I feel like his name was Justin Time. That was the name of his race car. Justin Time.
Isn't that the name of like a State Farm commercial, like flagship actor?
I would imagine that joke has been used in a lot of different places.
Yeah, it probably has. Huh.
Anyway, yeah. Like, I wasn't big on the Disney Channel as a general rule. Like, I was hanging out on Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network, but I watched a few. But yeah, Brink, beyond reproach.
Yeah, Brink
we don't. You respect that name in this house.
I will maintain a stand by Luck of the Irish.
I don't think I saw that one, honestly.
Oh man, it's fun.
Okay. Yeah, I remember the commercials for it. Also, if there's whistling coming through, I don't know if it's getting picked up, but if it is, there's a typhoon right here at the moment.
I thought you were going to say something about like there's a man doing lawn stuff outside of my home, and he is whistling a John T tune, and you're like, no, it's a disaster, a global weather issue.
Yeah. No, I know I'm given to sudden rants and bouts of fury. That's not the steam whistling out of my ears. That is high speed winds blowing past my apartment building. Anyway. Do you have any, I don't know. I think I said every thought I had about Cody Banks.
I walked away from this movie feeling almost nothing. Like, I didn't hate it because there was stuff that kept my attention. Again, I love Hilary Duff. I will till the day I die.
Oh, and now I see. You weren't watching Malcolm because you were watching Lizzie McGuire.
I did like Lizzie McGuire quite a bit. Yeah. But like some of the weird ass casting choices, some of the gadgetry and some of the like visual effects were so dumb and silly that I kind of enjoyed it. But I didn't enjoy it enough to walk away going, that was a fun movie. Like, I felt a little bit of nothing.
Yeah, no thoughts or feelings.
I didn't hate it.
From me.
I didn't hate every moment with it on the screen, but I didn't love it.
I don't know. I don't hate it. I don't know how I could. Like, it's not for me. It's made for children. It's a children's movie.
See, but I think it's a fine. I would like to think that I can put on my like 2003 bow hat and try to try to view it through that lens, and then kind of have a conversation with myself internally. Like,
yeah, I put on my 1993 hat for me. 2003 is pushing it a little bit.
Fair, yeah.
I had access to other things at that point. Yeah, no, but like I said, when I was watching it, I had the memory of like daydreaming about stuff like this, and like writing, my own stories about stuff like this, like, yeah, kid secret agent, saving the world. Like, yeah, there was an age where that would have been my shit. And he's got a skateboard. It's a BMW.
Yeah, a BMW Street Carver.
Yeah, dude, I fucking hate those guys at the skate park. They're always just like riding your ass on the rail and cutting you off on the quarter pipe.
Yeah, it sucks.
The fucking worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I would have enjoyed this at a certain age. And I think it's for those people. Well, it was for those kids in the time that it was released. It's not for them now. Don't show it to your kids now. There's better choices.
I'm gonna toss something out at you.
Any of the humor.
And this is a little wild, I think. I only recall going to one movie in 2003. That's junior year of high school for me, I think. So that's what, 16? I remember going to see Pirates of the Caribbean: Curse of the Black Pearl.
Okay.
And that is the only the only film that I remember paying to go see in a theater. And I'm sorry, that was a good choice.
Yeah, that's a good one. Is 2003 Attack of the Clones? It's got to be around there, right? Or is it 2002?
I think it's 2002.
Because like 2005 is Revenge of the Sith, right?
Yeah.
So it's sandwiched somewhere
Attack of the Clones was 2002.
Okay. Well, then I don't know what I saw that year.
I remember strongly going to see Pirates of the Caribbean and playing Dance Dance Revolution.
Yeah.
The weekend that Pirates came out.
Okay. Well, you
and
read
I was trying to think
choices.
the reason I say that, I was trying to think like, would 2003 Bo have taken his hard-earned Applebee's busboy money and paid to go see this fucking movie? There's no way in hell. No. I was buying comic books. I was buying DVDs.
Yeah, exactly. You listed the choices, the box office choices at the beginning. I think that year I was just like, nah, I'm going to go buy, I don't know, like Donnie Darko on DVD or something.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like, just staying home. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got video games to play, goddammit, and comic books to read.
Well, this is how 2026 us think about this movie.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Would you like to know how 2003 IMDb?
Yes, because I have
about it.
I have damn near no trivia. The only trivia point I was able to find is that Hilary Duff got this role, supposedly. This is all hearsay, via both IMDb and a few other sources that I looked into. Apparently, Frankie Muniz guest starred on Lizzie McGuire.
Aw.
And Hilary Duff's mom found out about this movie while he was guest starring and basically shoved her daughter into this role. Like, supposedly, Frankie Muniz and Hilary Duff have never, like, talked since. Like, he thought that he was going to have a say in who his co-star was going to be, because this was coming off of, like, his 4th or 5th season of Malcolm in the Middle. Like, this is smack dab at his highest peak. You know?
He's Malcolm at the top.
He's Malcolm at the top at this point.
Yeah.
And instead, there was no choice. He was partnered with Hilary Duff, which honestly, dude, you could only be so lucky, my guy. But that's the only trivia that I was really able to find. A couple of like gaffes here and there, you know, little fuck ups on set and continuity errors and stuff like that, but nothing worth a full corner. So I would love to hear some hot takes, some fresh opinions.
Okay. I didn't know if I wanted to read this one. As I pulled it, it's like, that's the kind of thing I usually say. Don't give a voice to these people. But this one, we might cut this. I don't know. But cool. I do kind of want to play a game. Tell me when you think this review was written.
Okay.
Skin crawling. Spoilers. Saw this on TV today, and I have to say it's basically male bashing disguised as a teenage James Bond ripoff. A sexist woman, Angie Harmon, who has about as much understanding and respect for boys as a typical feminist, walks straight into a boys' locker room and humiliates a few of the swooning males by smacking them in the groin with a towel just to project some lame, super tough, kick-ass woman act. I love the way the scene duplicates similar action by men in the girls' locker room. Oh, wait a second, my bad. She steals Cody, Frankie Muniz, who looks set to be the female whipping boy, a man who is ashamed to be a man, player of negative male stereotype.
Sorry, you got me with that. Damn it.
No. And then you got me. I thought there was no way I was going to make it through this. Where are we? Fucking Christ. Player of negative male stereotypes of the future, judging by his performance in Malcolm in the Middle, and she makes many annoying, sarcastic, authoritative comments and spars with him during training sessions. She cools down, but the whole matriarchal idea of her dominating all the other officials was irritating as well, as her kicking the crap out of the typically male-dominated enemy forces. Cody himself is portrayed typically as some exaggerated and far less skilled with women version of James Bond. And due to the millions of gigabytes of information passed down over millions of years, he has clearly been brought up to view women as some superior life form, mainly on the basis of his hormonal needs. The stereotypical loser, who we all laugh at on TV, sums up the friendlier side of teenage boys, who are in a very vulnerable state, it should be noted. Not that anyone cares. His female partner, played by Hilary Duff, who was also repulsive and cruel, and the mere fact she has to be a woman to be his partner, just sums up the politically correct tripe that action movies have mutated into. Granted, she was not shown to be as skillful as he.
That went in a weird direction, didn't
it? Wasn't it weird the whole time? Hold on.
Yes.
Last sentence. I know, we're almost done. Oh, Jesus. But a long shot, in fact. But he still has to prove himself as is expected of men to be accepted by women, or for her to like him. Terrible film. I don't recommend it to anyone. Knee-jerk answer. When was that written?
2017.
2007.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah. No, that's why I pulled it. Because, like, again, fuck these people.
I thought this was like I thought this was a post-Trump echo chamber,
for sure.
Jordan Peterson bullshit thing.
Yeah. I read that. I was like, okay, this is someone revisiting this after the culture changed. No, that shit was there.
The whole time? The whole time? Brandon, the whole time?
Yeah, no, they just activated these people. They were always out there.
Fucking Sally Field and Mrs. Doubtfire. The whole time.
Anyway, goddamn, I don't really want to dwell on that person. Is there anything that you just can't let stand? I mean, none of it. Just none of it. To be clear, they are an object of ridicule. But
the fact that he was suddenly okay with Cody Banks being in a homosexual relationship was a fascinating turn that I didn't necessarily expect.
Wait, where did you read that?
Where it's like where his partner has to be a woman based on the Hilary Duff thing.
Oh.
Or does he mean partner as in Angie Harmon?
No, he said female partner played by Hilary Duff, but I took it as like secret agent partner, not like romantic partner.
Oh. See, I took it as romantic partner because she's a shit secret agent partner.
I don't know. I think like their main... Well, yeah, they have issues. Like, honestly, this is some incel energy. They're just like... It starts out, you think they have issues with like women in positions of power or influence or like narrative importance. But then it's like, oh, but yeah, ooh, gross girls. Ew.
Ooh, cooties.
Also.
Yeah. He actually, doesn't he call like Hilary Duff also repulsive and cruel? And it's like...
yeah, I don't know. Leave that in 2007.
That one sucked,
Fuck
man.
off.
That
Jesus.
one sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks a lot of butt.
I find those all the time and I never read them, but for some reason I felt compelled to. I think I just wanted to know because like I needed to get your read on that because like
I think
read
this
that
is
and it blew my mind.
Interesting movie
earlier.
To do that with.
Yeah. Well, that's what was throwing me. It's like, wait, why did you revisit this years later to do like a culture worth like rant on it? But
man,
okay, I have some questions about this one.
I would have really thought that was
10
years after he actually wrote that one. Jesus Christ.
Omega Artist 1010. Dear God. 3 out of 10. I don't normally review films, but maybe it's the beautiful weather or something, because this is the third film I've reviewed today. And God heavens, was this silly. Okay. I know
Did
this
he mean
movie is
good
for
heavens
kids.
or God heavens?
Good, capital G, good heavens, by the way. I was aware of that when I bought my girlfriend and I tickets to see it. She wanted to go. And despite my fears of throwing money out the window, so to speak, I agreed. And with no surprise, I didn't enjoy myself. This film is for the young, and perhaps the young at heart. I guess the one positive thing about this film I can say is that I, in fact, learned a lot about myself after leaving the theater.
Oh, no.
That's the end.
Wait, what? No, I need closure.
No, I know. Oh, sorry. I had to infect you with that as well. Because
wait, hang on.
I went into this with one... No, sorry. I have no resolution for you. We can speculate. I went in because it poses a question at the outset. Like, maybe it's the beautiful weather or something. This is the third film I reviewed today. Like, wait, why does beautiful weather compel you to write IMDb reviews? Are you a vampire?
Should you be on a porch with like lemonade or something?
Oh, maybe that's where they're doing it. They're out on their laptop. I don't know.
I learned something about myself after I left the theater. What did you learn, dude?
That you need to break up with the girlfriend who pulled you into Agent Cody Banks.
I don't know.
Money on 2 tickets.
I don't know. I'd be fine with it.
Well, yeah, I know you are.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, there are worse things you could sit through.
I had a list of 3 worse things that you could sit through earlier. Bringing Down the House, The Hunted, and Tears of the Sun, I think are those. I've never seen those 3 movies, so I don't know.
Here's a 10 out of 10 from Truth or Derek. Wait, have we read Truth or Derek before? That sounds familiar.
I feel like that's vaguely familiar.
Oh, man, do we have a recurring character? Anyway, now I gotta read it. Okay. A 15-year-old has to save the world by getting the girl. This movie's great. It doesn't mess around. Obviously, the film needed to have cool gadgets and have the kid get the girl. Agent Cody Banks doesn't have the kid get the girl in addition to the cool gadgets to save the world. This method is less believable. No, in this one, the kid gets the gadgets to impress the girl so that his girl gettage might be used to save the world. So it makes sense that the gadgets are only there to impress the audience. They're only there to impress the characters. Also noteworthy is the special effects and, honestly, the talented cast. Frankie is the perfect kid for this role, and Hilary Duff plays her part well, too. So people like this movie. We got some good thoughts.
Huh. I mean, that's a glowing review, I think.
Here's a confusing one. Borbo Allen, 91345, September 4th, 2025. Recent. Post-culture war. If we get the rant in this one, it doesn't give me so much pause. But actually, they're too busy being confused to rant. 10 out of 10. Being an agent for the CIA can be extremely challenging and dangerous. I watched this movie several times, and I had no idea. Sorry. I watched this movie several times, and I had no idea that Cody Banks was going to be enrolled and recruited for the CIA.
It's called Agent Cody Banks. Agent.
Hold on.
It's in the fucking title, dude.
They talk about it the entire movie. And the way he defeated his enemies and rescued the girl of his dreams. It was very similar to James Bond, 007.
No fucking
kidding.
Oh my God.
Imagine if James Bond joined him in defeating the bad guys. I would honestly think that they would be an excellent team and rescue the girl. Borbo Allen is looking for a mashup where we get the real James Bond, you know? And like Cody Banks goes into his world and they team up like a Last Action Hero situation. Oh man, that's what we really need.
Yes. That's what I would love to see.
You would. Don't lie.
I know, I'd watch the hell out of that movie.
Yeah, you would. All right, we got to end with this one because I know we didn't answer the questions that last one gave you.
No, you didn't. And I'm
we haven't answered any questions.
Wake up in the middle of the night tonight and just be like, what did he figure out about himself from this movie? I have no introspection after leaving this film.
Oh, well, since you're bolting awake in the middle of the night anyway, here's another thing to consider from Tommy Dicehola. October 23rd, 2023. What is with all these people like watching Agent Cody Banks? Wait, we're them.
Yeah.
Thanks to you.
Yep.
Never mind.
You're welcome, bud.
We're here with you. 10 out of 10. Saved my marriage.
Yes. Oh, this is awesome.
Agent Cody Banks is by far the best movie I've watched. This movie saved my marriage. Every night I'd have discussions with my wife about everything. And after I bought Cody Banks on DVD, all of these have stopped. My life is now built around Cody Banks. I cannot imagine how life would be without it. I would most likely live on the streets, thinking that if only I had watched a great movie with my wife, maybe my life wouldn't have ended like that. Anyways, all of the characters were great. I found myself laughing at every joke. When I first read the poster, I knew it was the perfect movie. Recommend 10 out of 10.
Huh.
I am like very confused by the story. It starts off by like, yeah.
How, look, I get how like a shared artistic experience can bring two people closer together, right? Like I get that.
Yeah.
I do not see how this fucking movie can save a marriage.
Well, also like, because it starts off saying that. Every night I have discussions with my wife about everything. After I bought Cody Banks on DVD, all of these have stopped. It makes it seem
only
like
talk
it starts
about
off by saying...
It sounds like they only talk about Cody Banks now. Because it's
because when it says my life is now built around Cody Banks, that to me says like it actually has impacted the marriage negatively. Because now he's just obsessed with Cody Banks.
But didn't he say it saved his marriage?
That's why I'm confused.
Maybe. Okay, how about this? I think we're missing something. We're missing a giant puzzle piece here.
Okay.
Maybe it's not Cody Banks that he's modeling himself after. Maybe he's now modeling himself after Mr. Banks.
Or maybe it's a throuple situation.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You think that they just fuck with Frankie Muniz?
Yeah.
Something head trauma.
I don't know. I have no answers, only questions.
The fact that he said it saved my marriage. If he would have said it ended my marriage, I would believe that more.
Honestly, any impact to your marriage by Agent Cody Banks, I have a hard time believing. I gotta say, if you're saying that thing was on a fucking foundation of sand to begin with.
I was gonna say, like, I watched this with my wife. It has done nothing to our marriage.
If that's a blip on your week, you're fucking up.
Yeah.
Like, it shouldn't register.
I don't know, man. That's a weird one. That one is more concerning than I learned things about myself when I left the movie theater. Like, did it save his marriage, or did it save his marriage by ending his marriage? Is he now an Agent Cody Banks?
What do you all think?
Yeah, please tell us. Do you think he's one of the dudes in the van? You could drop us a line at sourcenotfoundpod@gmail.com. We are on the socials, Insta and Blue Sky more than Facebook because it's a cesspool. But I still check it every now and again. So
yeah, we got to go in there for our 2007 era Cody Banks takes.
Yes, we do.
On feminism.
You can find us all over the place
movies.
at Source Not Found Pod or Source Not Found Podcast. You can also find us on YouTube, where we have a backlog of our audio episodes up there that you can listen to on YouTube. Or you can check out some of Brandon's Twitch plays of video games that we've covered for the podcast. Speaking of, Mr. @LeJuneBug, what are you doing now?
Playing some E's, like I mentioned. And then the rest of the month, we're doing some games for Pride Month. So highlighting LGBTQ plus representation in, the gaming landscape. Trying to highlight some of those games and play those on stream.
That's
I'm
right.
also doing an indie game showcase next weekend. So I guess this weekend as a recording. Wait, time. I don't know. Anyway, come on by twitch.tv/LegionBug. Time is
Check
hard,
it out.
but
There's
I'm there a lot
indie
during
shit
the week
at a weekend
find
or something.
Maybe all these things happened already. I don't know. Yeah.
I learned a lot about myself when I left this podcast today.
Yeah, I am leaving knowing less.
I'm just gonna leave it at this. I think check your toilets for fucking Ian McShane's entire death scene. Just Man alive, that was some Jeremy Irons and Dungeons and Dragons level overacting that I was really, really having a ball with.
It was fun. Stay out of 2007, but also stay out of now. Where do we go? Fuck. Where's safe? They're everywhere. They're in all eras. Stay off the internet.
Bye.